Hey, good morning. The power is back. Last time you guys saw me, I was standing here like this. It's all frozen and shit. Oh, yep, R-rated show. Yeah, true story. Hey, welcome back, nation. This is Mornings Live with Keith, John, and Friends, your daily accountability partner for men's motivation, real talk, and entertaining conversations. The reason we get up is to help you get up and get going. We're here to help you start your day with positive energy and momentum. But guys, listen, before we get into it, I have an invitation for you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and drop a comment. Tell all your friends. Yeah, Grok, I'm not talking to you just yet. We want you to be part of our conversation. And fair warning, as I drop that S-bomb to kick it off, this is an R-rated show. So if your kids are in the room, either remove yourself from the room or tell the kids to get the hell out of the room. Yeah, true story. Hey, guys, don't hit the snooze button today. If you do it, you're going to be 9 minutes behind the guy who didn't. Yep, we are owning that conversation around snoozing. Because Jimmy, who's Jimmy? Producer Jimmy on the buttons. Producer Melissa on the words. Snoozers are losers. Don't be the loser. Don't be the snoozer who's going to start the day off today behind the guy who did not hit snooze up today. Hey, listen, first up, guys, we're going to drop some breaking and current conversations with Preston and Sterling from the morning's conversation desk. Yep, we're going to talk a little bit Barbie. What? These guys are talking Barbie? Yeah, Keith and John talk Barbie. And we're going to talk about the automated ball. So if you guys are Major League Ball, I know Petrocelli likes baseball. We're going to talk about what's happening in the world of baseball. We don't talk much baseball on the show, but we're going to dabble a little bit here today. Speaking of some tech, we're going to talk about your iPhone today. We're also going to talk about ways that you can restart your phone when you're like, how do I restart? I got a hack for you guys. We're going to throw a hack on the table to get that phone rocking and rolling. Center stage. We're going to surf some threads. Are we? I think we're talking something else here today, actually. I think we got something a little different here today. But I could be wrong. I'm a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe it's threads, maybe it's something else. But here, the reality is the deep dive. We're going to deconstruct success, not luck, not talent, but the system. You know, Johnny's a big fan of systems. We're going to talk systems here today and so forth. Hey, Melissa, Jimmy, if we are surfing threads, I don't have anything prepared. I don't think we are surfing threads today, so just have a heads up on that one. Plus, we're going to give you a 6-minute brain hack that promises sharper focus, better memory, and smarter decisions. So if you ever wished you could reboot your mind as easy as your iPhone, I got an invitation for you. Stick around. Yeah, stick around for that one. And then we're going to close strong with the morning focus. We're going to get back into the conversation around systems versus goals. And why chasing goals keeps you stuck. But building a system, guarantees progress. It's a mindset shift that can change everything. Goals get us in one direction. Systems help us achieve that success in that direction. And guys, of course, we are going to wrap up the conversation today in the Community Corner, where we celebrate creators getting after it over on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack. And we're going to highlight some interesting stories along the way. All right, guys, it's time to get into it. It's time to get that drum roll rolling. Nation, let's set the tone for an awesome day. Producer Melissa is on the words. Producer Jimmy is on the buttons. Guys, the morning loop. It starts right now.
Good morning, Business Athlete Nation.
Another day, another opportunity to get after it. Keith, John, good morning, fellas.
Jimmy, Rahima, Melissa, we see ya. Is Marty in today?
Keith, don't break the power grid today, man.
And community, we appreciate you.
Thanks for choosing to spend your time with us.
Keith, John, it's showtime.
Yes, hey, Rahima, our newest team member. Well, Rahima's been around for a while, but we got Rahima active with us over on the morning show now. So we also got producer Rahima with us on the team. So Rahima, did not mean to miss you on that call out. Love having you as part of this awesome morning show. Hey guys, you guys can join the show with us live right now or in the Mornings in the Lab community. To join it, the phone lines will be open in the second hour, 431-300-3005. Phone, text, or leave a voicemail. Come say hi in the comments on the channel. It's active over on the vertical side and the horizontal side. Matt Wilkinson, I see you there, brother. I owe you a text. I haven't forgotten about you. Roofy is here with Yankees. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit of baseball today. To those of you guys that are watching live, not live, What are you doing? Get up, get after. Join myself, Marty, and Johnny live in the morning. Speaking of the boys, I'm going to pivot my camera over here and welcome in the two young lads, Marty and Johnny.
Only one of us young, you know.
That's right. That's right. Even though I'm still whooping the shit out of the youngsters, I'm not young.
You still whooping the youngsters. I'll give you that. You are.
Can you guys hear me okay? My mic, for some reason, my good mic won't register with my computer this morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. You look fine, you sound fine, and you're as handsome as always, Mr. Andersen.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah,
I guess the sound of my voice being a little bit altered by a microphone doesn't change anything. That's
all it is. It's all it is.
We know Keith loves your voice, Johnny.
Oh, I do. Speaking of love, Marty, it's been 48 hours since I've had thrown any love at you. Brother, how's your 48-hour loop been, my friend? What you been up to, pal?
It's been good, man. Been busy. Just recording a shit ton of content. So, and just training my clients, you know, the usual, but just turning it up a notch.
And looking as sharp and handsome as always.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of compliments, but I did get one negative review.
Oh, did you really? Did you tell us?
Yeah, this girl came up to me. She's like, I don't like it. You look like an old man. But everyone else said I look great.
But then the question you got to ask yourself: look at the girl that said that.
Yeah,
is this someone that matters to me? No.
Nope.
Exactly.
Hey, Marty, was her name Karen or Debbie?
It wasn't. It's not that. Not quite.
Just some white woman named Karen walking up to Marty going, "I don't like that haircut, Marty. Mr. Martin, you look like an old man."
That's hilarious, man. No, it wasn't a Karen. I had one Karen experience in my life, though. We'd like to hear that one. Yeah, it was during the pandemic when I was living in Cali and we were sneaking in gyms and stuff. And this Karen comes by and she goes, "I want to work out too, but I can't." Then that was my Karen experience.
But I can't. There you go.
That's it.
Well, of course you can't when you say you can't.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Go outside.
Do you mean you're choosing not to?
I think that's what she meant.
That's it. We've learned the reframing of words, choosing not to. And if you choose not to, it's funny, Johnny, because I gotta admit, man, you've reframed that mindset in my head. I was driving out to Saskatchewan last weekend and I was thinking about that, the idea of can't. And the idea of the other person observing that and accepting that it's not that you can't, it's that you're choosing not to.
Choice.
And when
fucking
you make
crazy.
Yeah, and I like that because when you choose to do that, you've actually offloaded the responsibility on me as well, because you've said to me, you know what I mean? Like you've actually delivered.
Yeah, you said I'm not taking the accountability for the situation.
Yeah. And it's funny because
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because we were talking yesterday. You and I were talking about the power of words yesterday, and I was reflecting on it. And I was reflecting on my drive from Saskatchewan, and I was thinking about can't, and then I was thinking about choosing, and I was thinking about like Card and I were talking about something that I can't. I go, no, you can't, or you choose not to. And it's funny because Marty, I challenge you, man. You put that reframe in front of anybody, you're gonna stop them in their fucking tracks, man.
They just don't fucking. It's like holy shit.
It's actually I did it. It's actually incredible. And you know what'll happen? A smirk usually appears in their face because they realize, Marty, you got them. They're like, "Oh, you fucker." It's true.
That's when the name calling starts.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that really caught my attention and really changed me with my thought with that was when someone said to me, "The man who believes he can and the man who believes he cannot both."
Yes. Well, that's exactly it. I mean,
holy shit. As soon as you say it, you say, I'm a loser. And your brain goes and finds 5 supporting reasons why you're a loser versus you say, fucking monster.
Yeah.
Goes and find 5 reasons that you're a monster. So what you say is going to get supported by your supercomputer.
Yeah. It's again, the power of words, right? And I know because what I'm going to say is going to sound so ridiculous, but there's so much truth behind it. Words are the fuel that drive all of our relationships. Words are the fuel of our currency. and they matter, right? And if you use them properly, you can really stop people in their tracks, challenge people, provoke people. It's no different than the fucking guy with orange hair standing in front of the United Nations 2 days ago for an hour. I don't know if Marty, you saw it or not, but
that was crazy, man.
Dude, that's actually the funniest fucking 1 hour speech I've heard in my life, because it was like the ultimate comedy fest. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, man, but it was humorous, man. It was fucking hilarious.
They said it was supposed to be 10 minutes.
And it was 60 minutes just lies. And I'll put lies in quotes, but just, I did this, I did that. And everyone's like, actually, no, you didn't. But okay, we'll just listen to you, right? And the whole world just kind of nodding. Just fucking hilarious, man. It's hilarious. And then one more thing about that. I just have to get it off my chest because I was reading it this morning. It's clear to me that the person that's going to go against the guy with the orange hair in 3 years from now, from the other side, is going to be the guy leading California, because he's absolutely the opposite of the guy with the orange hair. Newsom. There you go. Got that off my chest.
But you guys got to remember, let's take a deep breath, peel this back, and think about this.
Yeah.
If you hear it on TV, it must be true.
I was just gonna say, if you saw it, it must be true.
The power of fucking broadcast, dude. You could just say my fucking dick is 19 feet long, and people are gonna go, God, how does he fucking fit it in his pants?
Somebody tuning in right now is going, oh, I want to lean into this one.
I want to give a quick perspective on Newsom, because I do a lot of political content now.
I know you do. Yeah, I know. So Johnny, if you notice, Marty's now the new Marty's now the political correspondent over on Instagram, and I love it. He's like the new Andersen. Andersen, don't call me Black Cooper.
Yeah, is it? You got to be careful of that on YouTube so you don't get shut down.
It's now it's okay now. It's that's another topic for another day.
But no, I'm just looking out for it, brother. I just don't want your shit getting turned off.
No. It's certain topics I stay away from.
Okay, so you study the guidelines.
Yeah, there's certain topics I'm not touching. Yeah, but no, I was just gonna say, man, I like what Newsom's actually doing, man. He's more similar to Trump than people give him credit for.
Oh, he absolutely is, 100%.
He's just on the opposite side. He has
100%. He's like,
but they are one and the same for sure.
He's like, you're gonna troll me, I'm gonna troll you on the extreme opposite. It is. It's actually pretty humorous. Yeah, it's pretty humorous. Hey, Sterling Preston. Before we ask Johnny, actually, Sterling Preston, hang tight a second. We got to check in with the big dog, because he's had 48 hours of interesting time down there in Cali. Johnny, we exited the show yesterday, and you had a list of things to take care of yesterday. How did your day go yesterday?
Things are almost back to normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a good day. Got up, did my rhythm. I did about fucking 3 o'clock. About 4 hours early, it hit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to go to sleep. Oh, yeah. It's like when you go to reach for something, it's like, fuck, my arm feels heavy. That type of shit,
Yes.
So I had a good sleep tonight, or last night, excuse me. So I'm feeling, it's just, you don't just get back in one night. You gotta kind of notch that shit back up. 100%. Good morning, everybody in the comments. I see you guys out there. I see you, Lady Drew. I see you. Hold right out there. Yeah. Hey, on that level, my schedule's still a little screwy. I gotta take a dump.
You get out of here, Marty. And I will reset, and we'll get the breaking news conversation desk going. Jimmy, let's get Johnny out of here. Sterling Preston, I know you guys have been hard at it. You guys got a bunch of things for us to talk about today. One of them might have to do with TikTok. Sterling Preston, what's on the morning's conversation desk today?
What if the power button's dead?
No problem. We'll show you the smart way to restart your iPhone. Today, we're breaking down success
by showing you the system behind it.
6 minutes.
to reset your brain and sharpen your focus.
A goal looks nice.
But a system gets you there every time.
Instagram now has 3 billion monthly users.
Wow. And Meta is pushing Reels even harder.
Mattel has introduced a new Barbie with type 1 diabetes.
Yeah. It comes with accessories to help raise awareness and representation. Elon Musk's XAI is launching a new company called MacroHard.
Well, it's positioned as an AI software competitor.
Major League Baseball has approved the automated ball strike challenge system.
Yeah, it will roll out for the 2026 season.
Sterling and Preston, great fucking work, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving how you guys are teeing it up and you're giving shit for us to talk about. Marty, which one do you want to start with, brother?
Let's do the baseball.
Yeah, so get this. Hey, there's robot. I know Roofy's listening. Roofy's a big baseball fan. Robot umpires. What's your first opinion on that?
Can you explain it a little more for me?
Yeah, so they got this. Absolutely, I can. Yeah, let me pull up my notes here. They have, so over the last number of years, they've been testing this robotic system. Which so let me just change my camera here, Marty. So Major League Baseball has officially approved the ABS, the automated ball strike system, for implementation next season. So what is it? It is, yeah. What is it? It utilizes something called Hawkeye camera technology and a private network in stadium to track the precise location of each pitch relative to the strike zone. So how does this impact human? Well, human umpires will still make the initial ball strike calls, but players, so if you're a pitcher, you're a catcher or a batter, you will have the ability to challenge these calls instantly by tapping their hat or helmet and vocalizing the challenge. So, and how it's going to work, Marty, is that each team begins a game with 2 challenges. Successful challenges are retained, unsuccessful ones are lost. So, you come to me and you're like, I'm going to challenge this strike. They look at the video of it. I'm going to make an assumption and it says, no, it was a ball. You get your challenge back. But, and then in extra innings, teams are awarded a challenge if they have none remaining. So, the rationale and impact, Marty, the approval was made by the Joint Competition Committee after doing it in testing and strong input from players preferring the challenge system over fully automated pitch calls. That was interesting to me when I found this out, is that they liked this over a fully automated robotic pitch system. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm glad no human jobs are being taken.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I still think, especially with because games get heated. Sports is heated.
Yes.
You got money on the line. You got people gambling and stuff. So I feel more comfortable with humans making the final call. I think an automated system that just wouldn't be fair. I wouldn't trust that. But I think it's a great idea, and I think it can make the flow of the game go a little bit faster.
Bingo. I think you nailed it right there. Yeah.
And then with the 2 challenge thing, that's pretty good, because now as a team, if you only get 2 challenges for the 9 innings, you're going to be kind of skeptical. You're going to be like, I don't know if I want to use a challenge for this. So let's just listen to the AI. Let's keep the game going.
That's it. So well, Marty, what's
or
challenge?
The catcher can initiate this challenge. There cannot be any.
What's the challenge in football in the NFL? Because there's what's the challenge in football, Marty?
How many do they get a game?
Yeah, they get 1, don't they?
I think they only get 1. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, he can't. 2 is actually pretty good. And then I don't think there's in the NBA, I don't think there's a challenge system, but you can definitely challenge calls. But there's no system for that. But I like that.
I do too, admittedly. And here's what it is, Marty, for me. And I guess this is just the reality, right? It's just it's the symbol of the times that we're in, right? So if you have a way to better measure and keep the game fair and keep the integrity of the game intact, I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to embrace technology to make the game faster, to make it more enjoyable for the fan experience, right? So I like it myself. I think it's a good move.
And if the system ends up being pretty accurate, people aren't even going to challenge it much. They're going to be like, okay, it's pretty good, it's reliable,
Yeah. Johnny, I know you're listening on that. Any comments on the robot baseball system?
Yeah, did I hear something about the players had a vote on it?
Yeah, so yes, exactly. Yeah, so the players voted on this system over the fully automated system. So they tested a couple of things, and what the players were liking was the fact that was the system that they're implementing. So,
yeah, I mean, I think that's important. If we start doing things to the game where the players are not approving, it kind of changes the lifeblood of the game.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and let's face it, right? Baseball is an iconic game. It's been around for 1,000 years. I'm making obviously an exaggerated point. It's got a lot of history related to it. So, people are delicate with how they want to change things up. But I think it's a good move. I think it's an inevitable move, actually. So,
And it's unlike football where they're doing stuff to protect, people's later in life. Like they changed the kickoff to get rid of some of those high impact hits. I mean, granted, there's the people that don't like that, but these are also the people that don't understand what fucking getting concussions is like and headaches and shit like that. So to protect the players, I think it's one thing. But now in terms of this, it's not really protecting the players. It's, trying to make the game better. But I like the fact that the players saying it. I think that's important.
I'm with you, Johnny. So then actually, since you brought up football, John, I'm curious to know you guys' opinion on the controversial, it's been in the media the last couple of weeks, guys, the tush push. And I guess, is it Philadelphia, Marty, that's been, is it Philly that has been really pushing that on? You know what I'm talking about?
What is this?
I'm not too aware on this situation.
Yeah, so the tush push, the lining up all the O-line, putting the guy with the ball, and basically moving a mass of humanity forward. So you know how in the NFL you got to line up a yard off the ball, right? So you got everybody lined up, and you're putting the ball carrier, you're surrounding the ball carrier with these massive men, and you're really not actually. There's no football play. It's really just pushing this massive humanity a yard or 2 yards forward. Now, there are some concerns, John, you brought up player safety, that let's use Marty. Marty's the running back. He's got the ball, right? And there's 10, 11, 500-pound men surrounding him, all collapsing on Marty. At what point are we going to have a guy on the bottom of that pile injured?
Well, from playing the game and having friends that play the game, and even friends that, actually people that helped get in the NFL, you hear them talk about, the stuff that they deal. It's usually different than what we think.
I think, yes.
Like, for example, funny enough, if you talk to a O or D line, what they're going to complain about the most is their hands. You don't hear this, because their hands are all fucked up because they're in there fucking fighting. They're grabbing shit. Their hands are jacked up. So, but from the standpoint of a dog pile, I don't know that I'm betting that a running back's not worried about that. What I'm betting about is a running back fucking popping through, getting through the linebackers and have some fucking free safety coming at him and he doesn't see. It's hit that everybody fears, because those are the ones that put you to sleep.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of hands, I was, obviously, I like to pay attention to the tech world and nerdy robot world. You know that one of the, and I guess we know this because it seems obvious, but yet I think because we take it for granted because we have them. I think this conversation would be great with a guy like Rich Ingram, who's lost his hand and his arm. But these robot manufacturers, especially Elon, have been talking about how difficult it is to create a robotic hand because of all that the hand actually does, Johnny. Right, like so many movements, the dexterity, and while it can
just look at the thumb alone.
I know, but I was listening to an interview with Elon talking about it, and John, you'd be fascinated by this, but like the actuators that move, like you think about, okay, so we got the tendons and the ligaments in the thumb, right? Well, let's make them mechanical. You need actuators, right? Like these machines that move, right? And he's like, we're trying to find actuators that don't even exist in the world, so we got to create the actuator and he's just talking about the number of pieces and parts that go into just simply making a hand. Never mind the fucking arm, the forearm, the head, everything else, just the hand itself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at the human body, I mean, it's the technology that is in the human body is fucking crazy.
Yes, exactly. Good morning, everybody. Hanging out with Keith and John and Marty here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We're in our conversation desk with Sterling and Preston. Hey, guys, got a couple social media topics for us right now just to quickly go through. So, obviously, the TikTok deal has been on the planet for a while here. It looks like that deal is going to close today. So, for all my American friends, it looks like TikTok is not going anywhere. So
we love that. We love to hear that.
It's too big to go somewhere. It's such bullshit.
You are absolutely right. Yep. You
it's
are.
Like, come on, man. It's such an easy way to get people fucking riled up.
100%.
Threaten their fucking social media.
100%.
People are all fucking bent out of shape.
Yep. But a good segue from TikTok to Instagram. So and again, we know this, but the news in the last 24 hours, I think, certainly highlights it. Instagram is not what it was when it was launched. They have broke 3 billion monthly users. Yeah, 3 billion, half the world. 3 billion. And no wonder Zuckerberg has so much money, eh? Like, just think about that, right? 'Cause even if he makes a half a penny on every interaction, even though that's not how it works, but just think about that, right? But anyways, 3 billion monthly users. And guys, they're redesigning the entire front page around 2 features, Reels and DMs. So think of Instagram really as like iMessage now moving forward. It's a messaging device with video on top of it, right? So it's TikTok, Instagram, one and the same, right?
But that is literally my model for Instagram.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is, Johnny. That's what it is.
It's crazy because people on TikTok will say Instagram is dead now. They'll be like, I don't even get on Instagram anymore.
Well, it's just everybody picks their own platform.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, and I'd say it's also very much a generational thing too. I was having this conversation with somebody on the weekend. Carter's girlfriend. You think about Facebook, John, right? Facebook was really our generation, a little bit of Marty's, right? And then Instagram was also part of ours, a little bit younger. I'm joking with you, Marty. And then Instagram was very much, Marty's and then into TikTok, but they're very much generational platforms. They're very much like generational channels. Right, like
TikTok is stealing some of the older people. I mean,
yes,
Jesus Christ!
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I mean, Terry is a TikToker rather than an Instagrammer.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is on TikTok all day. She's a little bit older than you guys.
Yes,
she loves TikTok.
What is it that what is it that she loves about it, Marty, or Terry, Johnny? What is it that they love?
Because Terry, I think what she does, she spends time kind of programming her feed.
Okay.
Meaning that if she likes something or somebody, she'll watch it all the way through so that she knows that more of that's going to come. And so it turns into like a very specific feed of entertainment or of what she likes to do. So she's just like, let's just say that she was eating something, Yes. I mean, I'm going to sit at my desk and eat something. She's going to probably sit there and scroll through TikTok.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's the algorithm. It's like the TikTok algorithm finds exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, the algorithm for TikTok, I think, is much sharper in terms of serving up what the person is looking for.
Yes.
So that dopamine hit is stronger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very, very intention based. It knows what you want before you even open it up.
Yeah. And if you think I'm controversial and I like to call out BS, I get it from my mom. So that's part of the reason why my mom loves TikTok. She's like, oh, no, this is crazy. Chris, look at this. Here, put this on your show. You need to put that on your Instagram. So my mom loves it.
Would it be fair for me to say to you guys that TikTok, Instagram, Pepsi, Coke, one and the same but different?
I mean, that would be a fair comparison for sure.
Definitely.
The people that like Coke are they're gonna say Pepsi sucks and vice versa.
Yeah.
But one of them is always going to be Big Dog. And which one do you think that is, Johnny?
Dude, honestly, what it comes down to it, I've never fucking taken a side with fucking Coke or Pepsi, and I'll never fucking put enough thought into this to decide this thing either. It's a waste of brain power.
Well, even if you don't drink it, because I don't drink those either, but I'm saying Coke is always going to have a one-up on Pepsi, like forever.
Oh,
dude, and you could be correct. Yeah. You could be totally correct, brother. I've just never spent enough time paying attention to know to understand which one's bigger.
But from
what you think, Keith?
From a brand, so I think John would agree. From a branding iconic perspective, there's no question Coca-Cola is an iconic brand, right? So, and that to me is how I would associate Coca-Cola, right? It's an iconic American brand. Not that Pepsi isn't, but Coke just really feels like that iconic American brand. And I would say, Marty, on the social side, I think TikTok actually.
Really?
I do. I think that Instagram was what it was, but I think TikTok really is like the Coke now. That would be my opinion. What do you think?
I think Instagram, man.
Yeah.
I think it's the original platform, and I feel like people are more likely to trust you if you have 100K followers on Instagram opposed to TikTok.
Interesting.
If I'm gonna do business with someone and I'm looking to see who has a credible following, and I'm gonna go with the Instagram before the TikTok.
Interesting.
But I would agree with that. I think that Instagram is definitely more of a, when it comes to like commerce and business, they're set up more for that. You know, TikTok's great for, you know, a lot of like, I don't know, like I guess I would say people are probably more likely to spend on a larger ticket item off of Instagram than TikTok.
Oh, interesting.
That's what I find.
Yeah. Speaking of ticket items, you know, this topic is not necessarily for our audience, but I like the inclusivity of it. And I like that maybe some of us have friends, families, kids, or know somebody that has type 1 diabetes. We talk often on the show about type 2 diabetes. Well, unfortunately, there are some folks that are born with type 1 and they have to struggle with that. Well, Mattel has recently introduced a Barbie with type 1 diabetes. Now, I love it because the little girls that are growing up and the little boys that are growing up that have diabetes, they can at least look around them and find something that they can I'm looking for the word here, associate themselves with, right? So
now this is inclusivity I like.
Yeah,
I can get with this inclusivity, you know.
Talk to me about it, Marty. Talk to me.
Well, I think inclusivity has done some great things for our culture, but it's done some harm as well.
Oh, fuck yeah. Done a lot of harm, actually. A lot of woke harm.
Yeah, when you got inclusivity that involves things you can't control and you're trying to appeal to people, make them feel better.
Yes.
I'm cool with that. But when it's, you know, people who are, you know, actively making poor choices,
yes,
I'm not a fan of it.
Well, I think of this because John's got daughters and so do I. Right. So if I had a type 1 diabetes daughter and so did Johnny, I'm pretty confident both of us men are like, yeah, you know what? Hey, I don't mind having this around. Johnny?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's like if you have a kid that's got something that was basically given to them, so to speak.
Yeah.
Person.
Yes.
This is the cards you. I mean, sometimes you got an ace in the hole. Sometimes you're minus that ace in the hole. But you deal with the hand that you were dealt.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm certainly a fan of that. And then, hey guys, last one on a current events topic here today. And I found this was just a funny one more than anything. Is that you know? So we've all grown up with Microsoft. Hear my word choices. Microsoft, right? A software company built by what's the guy's name again? Bill Gates, right? So and it's a software company. Again, hear my words. Well, Musk has launched a new company called Macro Hard. So instead of Microsoft, Macro Hard. The entire I know, right? The entire purpose of it, guys, a direct challenge to Microsoft's business platform. Because in Elon's point of view, he's like, oh, wait a minute. Microsoft is nothing but software. Everything that Microsoft is actually a bunch of AI agents. So he's building Macro Hard as a AI platform that will replicate everything that Microsoft does. I think this is kind of fascinating to me, actually.
This guy is a menace.
Yeah.
And I was telling someone in my family, they're like, man, I hate Musk. I can't stand him. And I said, listen, whether you like him or love him, you got to respect the guy.
Yeah,
100%. This guy's a genius. You got to respect him. I mean, this is crazy, man.
It's exactly it. Yeah. Well, I don't think everybody loved probably Henry Ford or some people in the world that have, you know, moved needles along the way, right? So, you know, you need to have movers and shakers, and sometimes having disagreement is not a bad thing.
Well, but you know what is? We need people like him to come along.
Yes.
And say, you know what? I see this great thing, and it works well, and it's changed things in a positive way. But I know that I can do this a little better, and it's time for me to create the better version, and I'm going to make it my company and my name. I mean, without fucking shit like this, we're still living in caves.
Absolutely. Yeah. We need people.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. We need people.
And the best part about it is Musk comes along and says, look, I think this is great, but I can remove 30% of these moving fucking pieces, make this more efficient and easier to use.
Yes. Yeah. You ever seen that guy's security team around him? Marty, you ever seen videos and stuff? Like every time when I scroll through X, you'll see some shit. And that dude has got a security detail around him that would make anybody envious, man. He's like fucking CIA.
Oh, I imagine. Holy shit. Dude.
How so?
It's like you're watching Tony Stark. Like I saw a video of the guy, like I swear they're all, and I don't know this to be fact. I'm just gonna create some hyperbole around it, but they all look like they're old ex-Navy SEAL guys, and they're, they got the earpieces. They're all jacked up. They're all in suits, and he's getting into his like it looks like it's just futurism, right? It's just crazy shit, dude.
Well, I mean, why would he not? This dude is like, I mean, you never know what fucking weird shit people are gonna do.
Yeah, don't forget earlier this year, people were smashing up Teslas because they hate Musk so much.
Yes. All right, so listen. Good morning, everybody. You're hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty. Those of you guys got an iPhone. I want to get to our morning loop topic right now, and my goal is with the show is to keep giving you guys things you can take away with you. This one I didn't know about. I know you're an iPhone user. Johnny, you are. Marty, you are. And this one I found was helpful. That's why I wanted to share it with everybody. Well, have you ever had your iPhone's power button stop working, or maybe it's just hard to reach? Well, I learned that you can actually restart your iPhone without ever touching the power button. And Marty's head goes up. Yeah, true story, Marty. Yeah, you can. You're like, what? Yeah, you can actually restart your iPhone without turning it on. So let's do this here. I want to. Where the hell did it go here? So to do that, you want to enable assistive touch. So in your accessibility methods, Marty, in your settings, you'll go to assistive touch, settings, and then shutdown. And there'll always be an on-screen restart on the screen, always one tap away. So whether that's important to you or not, it's really not the point. I just thought this was fascinating because I thought you had to always use the power button when in reality, and here's the thing too, Marty, is that they hide future UI inside their accessibility. So for example, they have a setting inside there that you can actually navigate your iPhone with your eyes. I don't know if you know that.
No shit.
Yes.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
So that the camera in the iPhone is looking at your eyes, and then as you're looking up and down the screen,
that's crazy, right there.
Yeah. So, but that's also in your accessibility settings. So
sound like it hurt.
Yeah. So if you're interested in learning how to turn your iPhone on or off without the power button, there is actually a way to do it, and it all hides inside of your assistive touch inside of the iPhone. So, all right.
That's insane, dude. That's
insane. I know. All right.
These because you come on here, you are always uncovering new shit about these phones. I think people know about 20% what the capabilities of these things are.
There's a lot of capabilities within our devices that most of us humans, in my experience, don't use. It's like our computers, right? Like
unbelievable, dude.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
It is. And what I have found myself is if you can take a minute to learn something, you can find ways to put that into your life and add workflow. So here's an example, not to get all nerdy, but
get nerdy, Keith.
So back when the internet was starting out, there's a protocol behind the scenes called TCP/IP. It's like the backbone of how the internet works. All right, it's way.
What does it stand for? TCP/IP.
Transport context something protocol. I think it is, John. We can ask Grok, but I think it's something to do with that. But anyways, my point is that today there's a new protocol rolling out called MCP, which is I think modern context protocol. Again, it's irrelevant, but why it's important to the three of us is that protocol is going to allow our iPhone and a bunch of other AI agents all connect and talk to each other. Because right now you got all these different tools, but they don't talk to each other. So the technology companies are trying to find a way for them to talk to each other so we can share, right? So if you think about the internet that didn't have TCP/IP, nothing could talk together. So the next generation of protocol. So why is it important is that Apple has announced last night they're going to support MCP, which would enable us to use our phones to do much more in the future. I got all nerdy and technical, but that's just what it means.
Transmission control protocol, internet protocol.
Yeah. Go ahead, John.
The phone is going to be able to connect almost like it's on the internet all the time.
Much more. Well, I would say it's going to be able to connect with much more AI agents doing more things autonomously for us through our device.
So the device is going to get even more complex.
Yeah, and more smarter, I would say. right? So, all right, hey guys, you guys can join the live conversation with us right now. You guys know how to do that. You can. We're going to open the phone lines up in the second hour. 431-300-3005. Come say hi in the comments. The vertical stream is active. The horizontal stream is active. I see good time over there. Yep, AI takeover, absolutely the case. We got Mike over there, Mike Global. Hey guys, speaking of Mike Sullivan. Johnny, I got a wonderful note yesterday, a couple days ago. I'm going to pull it up my phone here quickly just to show it on the screen here. And so Sullivan discovered us through you, and he has been hanging out with us ever since. And he essentially said that this show has changed his life. He gets up at 3 a.m. every single. He's right here on the camera. He gets up at 3 a.m. every single day. He hangs out with us on the show. He's got his life in order. He trains. He takes care of himself. And he just left me a really wonderful message, but more so just expressing gratitude, Andersen and Marty, because of what this show and what our conversation has helped him move forward. And he's a West Coast guy. He's like, I discovered your show when I get up, and I just wanted to send love to you guys. So that's awesome, man.
He gets up at 3 also.
He does. Yes.
There's very few that do it.
I know.
Yeah, Me, Johnny, and Mike, we're up before Keith, man.
Yes, you guys are.
We're up before the chief.
The handsome chief. Okay, well, listen, let's I had something fun to throw on center stage here today, and it has to do with something that I teased last week, but we didn't get to. And it was so it's about bucket lists. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the idea of the bucket list. I like thinking about more like an accomplishment list. However, you know, I'm also a big fan of conversation and stirring the pot and driving conversation. So I found something on X, which I think will spur some conversation around places that we might want to consider going and adding to either A, if you want to call it your bucket list, or B, calling it your accomplishment list. Now, number one on the list, I've been here, and I think Marty has as well, is the Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. Marty.
I don't know if I went there in Dubai.
Yeah, I saw a picture. I think there's a picture of you on the beach with it in the distance.
No, that was the Safari Desert.
Oh, I see. Okay,
that was a Safari Desert. Yeah, I didn't go there.
Gotcha. Okay, well, what the hell? What the hell do I know? Anyway, so
that's all good.
So I took a boat ride around that, and what you see there on the island is what the hell is it called there again? It's escaped me at the moment. Anyways, number two is Rosenlau, Switzerland. Have you been to Switzerland, Johnny?
Yeah, fuck, I've been all over the place, dude.
You've been to Switzerland?
Yeah, I mean, there's very few. I mean, when it comes, we traveled so much in strength, it was crazy. You know, we counted how many countries I've been to, but it's like shit, well over 30.
I'd like to hear a little bit about this. So I didn't realize that you traveled as much in strength. So what was the reason for that? Was there a circuit, John, that you guys did? Is that what it was?
Yeah. So I mean, well, figure like this.
Yeah.
In that time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still kind of the same way now, but during those times, especially, the sport was not very big in America. I mean, it was well, comparatively speaking.
Okay.
And so once you actually got on Front Street, then you were basically excited to go over to Europe and tour, because that's where, I mean, you could hit multiple contests weekend after weekend. Makes sense.
Yeah.
In America, that wasn't the case. You know, you'd have, at least for pros, America, you would basically have, and keep in mind, you know, these are also contests where there's purses, there's show up, you get paid to show up, they pay for you to get out there. I mean, so it's everything is they're bringing you in. It makes sense. So
I didn't know any of this, actually. This is all new to me. I did not realize. So there's actually a circuit in Europe you would go on, like the golf circuit. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, in the early days, it was called IFSA, International Federation of Strength Athletes.
Oh.
And promoters had to have X amount of money together for purse. They had to provide. There was a list of things that you had to provide to be able to have sanctioned by the IFSA.
Oh.
And so it was, it's popular enough over there. I mean, they would televise this shit all the time. So you could easily get, like when we would compete over there, there would be, the all sorts of signs of different European companies that are advertising on television.
Oh yeah.
Sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Eurosport,
yes.
It's real popular in Eurosport. So
yeah,
I guess what I'm getting at is that, you would go over there and maybe you weren't competing in like, for example, I remember going to, I don't remember where it was the Holland Grand Prix, but we ended up going to, because all these countries are like, they're like almost like little fucking states.
Yeah. Yes.
And so you might go over there to compete in one country, but you end up going to three or four, in the transit to the next one, or just because you're going to go have fun somewhere after the contest is over. So, I mean, it was real, like, purpose. Like, I remember being over there during the World Cup. Dude, World Cup is the craziest fucking thing. The whole place there's nobody on the streets. You could go rob a fucking bank and nobody would care.
I honestly did not know this. I did not know that there was but now that you're speaking of it, I'm thinking of just some of the stuff we, especially here on Saturdays, Marty, here in North America, you put on the ABC. Remember, John, ABC Wide World of Sports, and they would find different events from around the world and broadcast it on a Saturday. And I'm thinking that that's what it would be. They'd find some event over happening in Switzerland, or some man or lumberjack events, or the strongman stuff. I didn't realize there was a circuit. I really didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it was. Over there, it played on television all the time.
Yeah.
So it was like, I think it was like a regular television show. And so, so you'd go over there. Very often, you might stay over there for 3 weeks. And you compete 3 weekends in a row. By the end, you're ready to fucking come home. Let me tell you that.
Here's a curious question for you. I've never thought about this until now. Wrestling, very strong in North America, very strong in Japan. You have strength, like your strength career. It would appear to me that it's more popular in Europe, where wrestling has never been emanated. Like when I'm talking wrestling, I'm not talking college or Olympic wrestling. I'm talking like entertainment wrestling, right? Whereas you look at the world's strongest man comes from Norway. There's been a bunch of strong men come from Europe. It's like, John, that culture emanates from Europe. Would that be a fair
well, dude, in Europe, the strength is a huge thing over there.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, there's different parts in like Ireland and even in the UK where there are like right in the fucking middle of some small town. There's a big fucking rock, like right on one of the main streets. And anybody who can fucking pick that thing up is just considered a savage. So people come from all over trying to pick this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It sounds like it's very much a culture thing, right? In many ways, like it's like those Nordic nations or those Scandinavian, and I'm creating some like those big men. Those
being strong is a much larger part of European culture, especially Eastern.
Yeah, as you say that, I'm thinking about it, Marty.
I say any of my European teammates that were like centers and power forwards, were just way stronger than us Americans. I mean, not even close. It was ridiculous. So that's definitely part of their culture. I mean, specimens, 6'9", 240, 250, 260. Yeah, so it's definitely part of them.
I never thought about it that way until we started talking about it. Actually, it's very true. Like you look at with the world's strongest man. What is he, Johnny? He's in Norwegian, isn't he? What's his name again?
The guy that just won. He's a new guy. I can't remember. Somewhere over there.
Yeah, but they're all like they're definitely Baltic or European fellows.
I say
when we were in the era that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Americans, we were just trying to catch up. Like it was pretty crazy. Wasn't until the mid 2000s that Americans started to really catch some traction in terms of being truly, truly competitive.
It's almost like Americans were focused on entertainment when the Europeans were focused on getting strong.
It's almost like, think of it like soccer. Soccer's been so big over there for so long. We just don't view it the same over here. Our soccer players just don't match up. Same type of thing.
That's true. Yep, that's absolutely true. Yeah,
same thing in strength. I mean, these guys, goddamn, like Zydrunas Savickas, he's one of the best ever strength athletes, arguably one, if not the best, arguably one of the best. I mean, Jesus Christ, I remember talking to him, and I had competed as a pro. I had competed and we were roughly the same age. He'd been a pro a lot longer than me because, it's different. I competed like a dozen times as a pro, and he had competed like put a zero behind what I had done. That's what he had done. So you look at the level of experience,
It's fascinating to me.
But I mean, those guys over there, they're not having to fucking get on a plane.
Yes.
Those guys compete all the time. It's how much can their body handle.
Hey, brother, have you ever, Johnny, have you ever thought about doing lumberjack? And I'm being serious.
No.
Honestly, no. No way.
Lumberjack?
Yeah, because you're a fucking big, strong man. I can see you shimming up a fucking like a what? Not a tree, but like those poles and chopping fucking wood and chopping. You would strike me as somebody who would do well in that, actually. And I'm being very serious.
Well, there's probably a lot of things that I could have done well in, but they just didn't interest me.
Oh, there's that interest word there, Mr. Andersen, coming up there, isn't it? No, you just haven't paid a lot of attention to the lumberjacking. I think, Marty, he'd be a fucking kick-ass lumberjacker.
I think you would too, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
He's gonna get off the show today, Marty. And hey, Terry, yeah. So Keith and Marty were talking about lumberjacking. Yeah, I'm gonna pay a little of attention, learning a little bit about it today. Next thing you know, next week, Johnny's gonna be like, I'm fucking thinking about lumberjacking before I hit 60.
He's coming out of retirement.
I've never had a job. Number one, definitely didn't have a labor job. So the interest of doing something for a profession or to be good at something that symbolizes, labor, it just doesn't fit into my thought process.
Well, hold the fucking horses, Andersen. Labor. You are known as a man who picks up some of the heaviest things in the world and puts them down for a job, John Andersen. So
how does that mimic a blue collar job?
Well, dude, there's fucking guys that are working their asses off in construction and doing hard shit, like hard stuff. That's what you did for a living. So don't tell me you weren't doing labor.
But you're missing my point. The symbol.
Ah, okay, sure.
Yeah, the symbol of fucking swinging an axe. You're swinging a fucking axe. You're fucking laboring, dude. And that's you're basically got so good at your job. You've done it for so long. Now you can actually be one of these competitive labor jacks. I guess to a certain extent, just like me with lifting weights. But lifting weights if I fell in love with a fucking axe when I was 11, maybe this would be different. But I fell in love with a barbell.
I was just gonna say, instead, Marty, he's fucking swinging around barbells and dumbbells. That's what he's. Even though we could have we may have in our world right now, could be potentially the world's greatest lumberjack could be on our show right now. He doesn't even know it.
But you know what I love about Johnny? He's like, look, man, my mind is made up, and you're not changing it.
Yes.
And he's going to explain to you why, and that's it. I love that.
And here's what I do love, because he chooses to explain, not that he can't. He's choosing not to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to help you understand why that was never interesting.
No, I don't.
Is that dumb shit? Is that dumb shit, Johnny?
Well, I wouldn't say it's dumb shit, but it's something that I wouldn't partake in. I mean, I think those dudes, and listen, I just saw a little clip of a fucking dude. It was actually pretty interesting. It was at one of those competitions.
Yeah.
And this dude, it was like it started off, there's 3 people at the bottom of these big fucking, the poles. They got to climb and they got to cut the top off.
Yes, I know.
The whistle blows and 2 of them go burning up this thing, and the other one just sits there. And I was like, what is he doing? He was planning his attack. So I swear to God, he got 5 or 6 seconds down there. The other guys just kind of did their standard way. This guy dreamed up some different way. Looked like he was doing more work, but in the end, he won by a landslide.
Seriously.
But what I'm getting at is those dudes were fucking amazing, man.
Hey, Marty, a conversation 15 years ago. Hey, John, yeah? You want to go swing some axes with me? Nah. Why not? Because I'd rather go fucking pull a train. Pardon me? Yeah,
Well,
I want to go pull a train down the tracks, Marty. What do you mean a train? Yeah, I want to go and fucking attach myself to a train, and I'm going to pull a train down the tracks because I am John Andersen. That's the conversation, Christopher Martin.
Well, here's another thing too. Let's ask you guys a question. Have you either one of you fuckers ever had to split a cord of wood?
You know what? I did, but But can I tell you how I did it, Anderson? So I did it as part of a science project in high school, and I built a log splitter. Yeah, true story.
So now when you're given a maul and a fucking in a truck full of wood and say split this, stack it on the fucking side of the house, and don't do anything else until you're done, it puts a different taste in your mouth about an axe.
You know what, Johnny? I think what we need to do is, so I have a bunch of wood in my area here. I'll fly you in, fly Marty in, and we'll give Marty an axe. And we'll ask Marty.
Give Marty an axe. Yeah, you give Marty an axe.
Yeah, we'll give Marty. No. This is my point. We're going to give the youngster the axe, and we're going to watch Marty cut the cord of wood and see how he manages.
Well, the crazy part is when you get that piece and you hit it and it just boom, explodes. Feels good. It's pretty satisfying.
It is. Yes.
Then you get the one where you fucking hit it with everything you got. You can see you can see the grain is not going to split easily.
Yes.
And then what you get is the fucking maul is stuck in this piece of wood.
Yes.
And it's like 5 fucking minutes to get it out. I'm like, God damn it. So I got smarter. What I would do is I would put all those to the side at the end. So at least I could just burn through the majority of it and then have the 15 pieces that were causing me trouble at the end.
I'm glad you said satisfying, because there is something very satisfying about taking that axe. So all joking aside, yes, I've chopped a cord of wood with my dad and my cousins over the years. So I've done an Andersen like yourself. There's nothing more satisfying than fucking swinging it and then going right through it and just splitting. Is equally unsatisfying, to your point, when you fucking put it in there and it's like bonk.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, you have to have that satisfying version to deal with the one where
yes, you do.
Yeah, I did a rage room a couple weeks ago with an axe.
Oh,
and that was tiring. So I can't even imagine doing those big pieces of wood.
Well, and you're constantly swinging, right? So you think about shoulder work, right? Hey, Johnny, like you think about shoulder work, man. You're fucking swinging nonstop, man. You're getting some good work.
And that's a different type of strength too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, we're having some fun this morning. We got good time coming and saying you can name the piece of wood by the time you burn it. Handle it like 8 different times before. Yeah, it's true. Hey, Johnny, because when you're cutting wood, you're handling it, you're moving it around, and he's like, you can name the piece by the time you burn the wood that you've chopped, and handling it like 8 different times. And John, I grew up in the house with my folks there where we had a wood burning fireplace, and it gets cold here in Manitoba, and going outside in the winter to get the wood and to warm the house up, and good times.
Yeah, when I lived on a farm as a youngster, that house was actually a barn that was converted into a house, and it was three different levels.
Yeah.
And so actually you could argue 4, and that whole thing had a wood burning stove on every level. So we just needed just amazing amounts of wood to keep that thing warm.
Yeah. Lauren comes in and says, how about pushing buses? Yes, I know. Let's say, yeah. So I don't want to pull chain. I don't want to pull trains or cut wood. I rather just go push a bus. Would be.
Here's the thing. Remember, I told you I was little. I would see these big, strong dudes, and I would just be like, it was just something just in me. If I had seen a fucking guy with an axe and felt that way, we'd be having a different conversation.
Yeah. Speaking of wood burning fireplaces, John, I was in London a few years back with my friend Dom. And he had bought like this old house on the countryside. And if you think about an old house, think of like those old castle type houses in the UK, right? And he has a wood burning fireplace in the living room. And I was sleeping upstairs and I hear this racket down. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I come down there and he's chasing a crow around the great room in his house because his house was so old. His chimney had some errors. It was not working properly. Crows would fly in the chimney, fly down into the house, come through the wood burning fireplace, and fly around his fucking great room.
Oh fuck! Jesus Christ!
It's just I come down. I'm like, what the hell's going on? He goes, I'm trying to get the crow out of here. I'm like, a crow? Yeah. Crow out of the Good times. All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to reset hour 2 here. We're going to do a lifestyle tip with John Andersen. John, let's do a lifestyle tip with you, and then we'll do a quick little reset on hour 2, and then I got some big topics to get into, guys. I hope, Marty, you can stick around for some of this as well, pal. I want to get into systems. I want to get into deconstructing success, a live breakdown of systems. John, I know you're a big fan of systems. I want to talk about systems today, and especially systems over goals. Sometimes we put goals on the table, but we don't know how to get there without having a system in place. And then
your systems are your standard, and you don't get your goals, you get your standard.
Exactly. So we're going to get into that. And then the 6-minute brain hack, unlocking focus, memory, and smarter decisions. And we got Melissa saying, so interesting hearing you guys say wood burning fireplace. Here we just say fireplace, and when it's anything else like electric, we specify. Well, it's funny because I guess, we have gas burning fireplaces here, and we have wood burning fire. We do name them as what they are before the fireplace. Because I have a gas burning.
Well, I mean, prior to the electric and prior to the gas, we had no reason to.
Yes. Yeah. Before Quest for Fire. That's exactly what it was.
That's it.
All right, Jimmy, let's do a reset with Johnny on Lifestyle Tip. We'll come back on hour 2.
All right. Check this out. Ask yourself a question. What are you doing today? And what I mean by that is, are you doing the same thing as yesterday? Or have you made some sort of an adjustment to your daily rhythm? So today is going to be a little bit better than yesterday. Because this whole thing is just a battle of inches. You don't need to win by much. You just need to win. Nobody cares if you won by an inch or you won by a yard. Question is, did you do something yesterday to make today a little bit better? If you didn't, well, this is your sign. When you take a little bit of time today, plan for tomorrow to just be a little bit better. And you can start adding up these little bit betters every day. You will be so surprised and even more happy with how fast your life will evolve in the direction you want it to. But don't be one of these walking zombies where you just accidentally wake up and do the same dumb shit you've done every day for the last 20 years. And all of a sudden one day, look yourself in the mirror and go, what the fuck happened in my life? Because you didn't take a little bit of time today to make tomorrow a bit better.
We're headed into hour 2, nation.
Time to stretch those legs if you've been sitting listening to the show.
Which makes us curious, what do you guys do while listening to the show?
Yeah, are you tuning in from home, work, on the road? Let us know in the comments.
All right, let's get after it.
All right, hour 2 starts now.
Good morning, everybody. We're into hour 2 of Mornings Live with Keith, John, and friends. Wow, hours just fly by so quick when we're all hanging out having good conversation. If you have been with us since the jump, you've already seen the headlines, you've caught the morning loop hack for your iPhone, and you've heard us talk about some places we can hang out here around the planet and our bucket list conversation. Second half, we're going to go deeper, we're going to go sharper, and we're going to spend a little more time getting more tactical because, guys, success isn't magic. It's not even a mystery, frankly. It is a system. And today's deep dive, we're not just talking theory, guys. We're going to pull it apart live, showing and talking about the blueprint piece by piece so you can plug it into your own life and watch it work. We're also going to spend a few time talking about the 6-minute brain hack, once you can literally do between meetings, just sharpen focus, boost memory, and help you make smarter calls under pressure. Think of it like pressing optimize on your morning mindset. And then we're going to cap it off with the big mental shift versus in morning focus, which is systems versus goals. You've been told your whole life to set goals, but the truth, goals fade, systems stick. This conversation is going to change how you think about progress forever, guys. And then we're going to wrap it up as we get to the community corner, spotlighting creators out there over on YouTube, Substack, and LinkedIn. This is the show where accountability meets celebration. Hey, Jimmy, hour 2. It starts right now.
What if the secret to massive success wasn't a single brilliant idea, but a hidden system you could build yourself? We're told to hustle, to grind, to chase that one big break. But what if that's just a hamster wheel, leaving you exhausted and no closer to your goals? Breakthroughs in engineering and biology show that the most resilient and powerful systems aren't monolithic, but are composed of smaller, interconnected parts working in harmony. Imagine being able to look at any goal, any challenge, and see the underlying components, the levers you can pull to create consistent, predictable results.
Hey guys, I'm inviting you right now to join the show with us live right now in the Mornings in the Lab community. You can join the show. We're going to open the phone lines up the bottom of the hour, 431-300-3005, phone, text, or leave a voicemail. To those of us that are not watching the show live, well, hey, I invite you, get up, get after, set your alarm, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We are here helping you guys get up, achieve those big, audacious goals, and give you content to move you forward in life. All right, guys, we're going to get into Deconstructing Success, a live breakdown of the system. It's funny because when I first, came back into the world and was sitting down with Melissa and putting things together, I was adamant that I just didn't want to talk about or sell systems because everybody is selling a system. Ironically and coincidentally enough, I guess I have my own system, and it's as simple as getting up daily and getting after it. Because success isn't magic, you guys. It's all very intentional. And as John and Marty and myself are going to lean into and talk about, it really has as much to do about breaking down a system. Right? So you can see the parts, test them, and build momentum on demand. Hey, Jimmy, did Marty leave? Did we lose Marty? I guess we did, eh? I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him. I didn't realize that Marty had to jack out of here on after hour 1. So, Marty, I love you, brother. Hope you're having a great one, pal. We'll see you back here tomorrow. What's this here? Oh, yeah, I love that. Yes, we absolutely want to show Lumberjack, although he might think he's not strong enough in that picture, Melissa. But yes, we absolutely want to bring up Lumberjack John into the show here this morning. We absolutely want to bring Lumberjack John up here into the show. So, guys, why do systems matter? Blame Matt. Oh, Roofy's making Lumberjack John, eh? Yeah, Lumberjack John's going to be, that's Lumberjack Chemo John, I'm sure he's going to comment on. So we'll have to show John when he comes back. Guys, when you view wins as systems, you stop hoping and you start engineering. And we talk often on the show about being intentional, using interest. Well, systems lets you reverse engineer results in business, in fitness, and in life. So, I got a question for you guys. What daily systems quietly drive most of your results? Thinking about you, Holroyd. Thinking about you, Bernard. Thinking about you, Lady Drew. What about you, Mike Global? What kind of systems do you have that make sure that you don't miss anything? Right? And if you deconstructed your last big win, if you sat back and you said, wow, that was a win today, would you sit back and recognize there was a system in place that helped you accomplish that big win? I reflect upon, when we were building ICUC, and even when we're building this business here, the systems that we're putting in place to move things forward. And then we ask ourselves, if things aren't moving forward, is the system failing? Is it the system? Is it the user? Is it the inputs? Is it the outputs? What's the feedback? When you think about it, all that a system is an intentional series of tasks wrapped up collectively that drive a consistent or intentional output. Right? So when we deconstruct a system, we might want to break the complex outcomes. And as John always likes to talk about, simplify, 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 so that we can understand them, we can test them, and then we can improve them. Again, you hear me talk about our human experiment, John, all the time, always trying, always experimenting, and then taking the results and putting them into the system. So when we think about building a system for our life or for business or for fitness, and guys, when we think about our workouts, we go to the gym. You think about somebody saying, hey, Keith, here's your workout today. It's a system, right? It has modules. right? It has structural advantages on how to do something. And it encourages you as the user to lean into the learning of these different modules, which then teach you something and compounds over time. So as you're breaking down your system, you want to ask yourself, what's the flow? What's the feedback? What are the inputs that'll help me get there? Again, as you're building something, it's easy to get up, get moving, create that momentum, and then create that, what's the word I'm looking for in my head? Create that tunnel vision, which doesn't allow you to see the results and make change. So what you might want to do is as you're working through implementing a new system, identify bottlenecks, right? Are there bottlenecks? Identify them. Because in my experience, most systems fail at clarity, fail at cadence, fail at execution, fail during handoffs. So think about that. I'm looking at I didn't realize Keith Billis was commenting. Yeah, there's Keith commenting on the show, and he's actually here hosting it. That's good. I'm liking the fact that Keith Billis is commenting on the show. That's good. That must be real human Keith and not AI Keith who's hosting the show. So I'm not real, you guys. Oh, did we not tell you guys this? No. Today, AI Keith is hosting the show. Yeah, this is not real. This is actually AI Keith right now. Yeah, true. 100%. But guys, we're talking about the constraints of systems and when we have bottlenecks. Right. So let's talk about a morning example of a system that might seem so obvious, but so intentional, but we know delivers results. What is it? Waking up on time, not hitting snooze, hydrating immediately, moving immediately, and looking at the now list or the next list to form a simple, testable, daily pattern. Daily. The loop, as we like to call it. Good morning, Spartacus. What's going on, Sparty? Good to see you here this morning. We're talking systems. We're talking systems and goals and what works best. So as we deconstruct the idea of a system, and Jimmy, let's bring Johnny back up on stage here. I'm going to invite you to rebuild it, repeat it. And John, you know, we've talked often on this show about systems. We've talked about your growing up with your learning disabilities.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you needed a system to succeed? How old were you?
I was young.
Yeah.
Probably the first recollection of a system for me would be laying out my clothes the night before, which I still do.
Yeah. Simple as that. It's funny you bring that up.
Yeah, it was just a matter of like making a few decisions ahead of time.
Yes.
Made me feel like I was, because when you're slow, you're always behind.
Yes.
And so you gotta pick those wins. You gotta that you can do these things to create that feeling of being ahead. And I was big on that.
I like that you said that win, because I'm speaking to you as a young man, if you recognize that you're slower, as you said, and you're struggling with certain things, when you get that quick win, that certainly gives you confidence right away, doesn't it? So if you're like, holy shit, I got my clothes selected, I'm dressed, I'm ready to go, you're ahead of the guy who's struggling with that, and that gives you the confidence that you've won something before the day has even started. I got to be honest, brother, I don't know if many people really lean into that power of getting that quick win before, whether it's 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., but just the idea of that quick win, boom, you've already done something, you've achieved something.
Yeah, I mean, brother, I totally agree with you. I think when it comes down to it, I think people just fucking wander through their shit.
Yeah. Yes. Well, so it's funny because Lauren's just doing an incredible job, teaching Brooklyn and helping Brooklyn, learn things in life and just being a great mom. And yesterday she was saying that, so she's been encouraging Brooks. Okay, Brooks, before you go to bed tonight, get your clothes set out for what you're wearing today. Now our kids go to a school where there's uniforms. So there's no decisions to be made, but it's still the idea of getting your stuff ready So there's no decision. You just get up and put it on, right? There's power in that.
You don't have to find, like, how many times you wake up and you're like, fuck, I can't find socks.
Yes.
Well, now shit, you've taken that thing and you basically tossed it. And what is that thing? That thing is getting up in the morning and having a nice smooth entry into your day.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly it. So then let's pivot then from systems to goals versus systems. So Jimmy, I think we have a morning focus topic here I want to throw out here, which is the simple shift that guarantees progress. I'm going to suspect there's been a lot of clients that have come to you that are like, I have a goal, I have a goal, I have a goal. But it's not until you teach them that there's a system in place, they're never going to achieve their goal. Fair to say?
100%. Goal in many cases can be distracting, especially if it's numbers.
Oh.
Because you sit there and when you stare at the, I call it the finish line. Stop staring at the finish line. We know where it is. What's going to get you there faster is focusing on what you need to do today to maximize today. Now, how does today maximize? Systems. You don't reach your goals. You basically, your systems determine your standard. You get your standards.
Yes. It's interesting because I think that when somebody says a goal, it's like, and I go back to that 75 hard thing, right? Because when somebody has a goal attached to a time frame, it's like they're adopting a temporary approach, but not really implementing a system. You follow what I'm saying? Like they're saying, okay.
Yeah, the goal is the finish line. What systems are you gonna put in place to get there?
So I love this right now, because for me, this is when I first came back into the world here, and I was like, I want to teach people how to reach audacious goals like you do. And again, this is where I really line up with you. This is not okay, Keith, I want to reach a goal here in 3 months. Okay, go somewhere else. Because for us to work together, this is at least a 1 year experience. Like to change your life or to make massive change, we got to hang out for at least 12 months to put a system in place to support you so, and I see you nodding, but I see you nodding with a pause.
Well, because it really depends on the person that shows up.
I agree with you, but in my experience, and you know this as well, most people aren't showing up every single day. That to me is the difference maker. So if you're coming to me saying, Keith, I'm 40 some odd years old, I'm 50 some odd years old, and I want to make some changes in my life, whether it's making better choices, whether it's a new career, whether it's starting out, I'm going to say this: come hang out with Keith and John every single morning, and after you do it for 3 months consistently, then let's sit down and talk about me helping you put a system in place.
Well, I agree with everything you're saying. I think that what we're not addressing are the people who they've got a rhythm, they've got a system, they're putting in the reps, they're putting in the work, but their systems are not actually designed in a way that's going to get them what they're looking for.
Expand on that. What do you mean? Yeah, no, expand on it. What do you mean?
Let's make it take an easy one. Let's say someone's trying to lose belly fat, and they have. I can't tell you how many people come to me. They're like, I got this down. I don't know what's wrong. And I look at what's going on, and they're putting in the reps, they're putting in the work. They just don't have a deep enough knowledge base to manipulate the body the way they want to. So it's not for them. It's just a matter of kind of interchanging, manipulating their systems rather than putting systems into place. If that makes sense. They've got systems in place, not very many, but there's a whole breed of people that have that.
Agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think where I'm getting at is that in order to fully transform, big word, but to transform, it is not I have a goal to transform. That to me doesn't hold water. Keith, my goal, Johnny, I got a goal. What's your goal, Keith? I want to transform myself. Okay, go find somebody else. No, Keith, what you really want to do is you want to make some better choices. You want to transform your life through systems, yes, the goal is to transform your life, but we're going to do that by putting systems in place, and that's going to take us at least a year working together. Like, this is not a side-by-side experience.
And if you've got to lay down the foundation for this stuff,
yes,
it takes time. There's no question about it. Because the old saying, habit is 21 days. That's just a piece of your down payment.
That's it.
Right?
That's it. Yes.
Then after that, it becomes kind of a part of your lifestyle. Then it becomes a state of mind. Then it becomes who you are. Until it's who you are, it's not yours.
Oh, I like that. Until it becomes who you are, it's not yours. Because until then, it's simply just a goal, or it's a system. And then when it's a system, you can run it. Jimmy.
What if the most common approach to achieving greatness is actually designed to make you fail? We're told to dream big and set massive goals, but this obsession with the final prize often leaves us paralyzed by the pressure to get there, making progress feel impossible. The breakthrough isn't found in a bigger, more audacious target. It's discovered in the rhythm of your daily actions, the things you do consistently when no one is watching. By shifting your energy from the distant peak to the path directly under your feet, you build the foundation for achievements that last, one deliberate action at a time. Forget the destination. Fall in love with the journey.
Johnny, I think the best way to put this then is outcome versus process.
Yep.
Right. So you are a massive fan. And now that I think about this, I'm a massive fan of the process. We've talked about it before. You need to enjoy spending the hours in the gym, not worrying about what the end result is, because the end result is going to take 3 seconds. It's all the work going in to get to those 3 seconds. It's about process, isn't it, brother? It's really what it is.
Yeah. 100%, brother. 100%. I mean, if you break it down, it's what happens in your day every day that makes all the difference.
Yes. Yeah. And then
what doesn't happen every day are usually the things holding you back.
What doesn't happen every day are the things that are holding you back.
Usually.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, when somebody's running towards a goal, what do you say to that person to reframe them? How do you challenge them?
Stop focusing on the finish line and start focusing on what you need to do today to get there faster.
Yeah, what I get concerned about when somebody says it to me is, and that's why I always like to joke about these 75 or these programs, because I'm always curious what happens when it's over. And that to me is where I think most of us make mistakes in life.
Well, and that's where, when it comes down to it, your goal needs to not have, it needs to be like, you can have a goal like, okay, I want to do this for 90 days. That should just be like a checkpoint goal.
A start. Right? It's a milestone. It's a milestone.
Yeah, what needs to be is, look, I want to change my life for the big picture. That's the goal. That's the goal that you really want to work with, because it never stops. And once you put the systems in place, it does never stop, but it just keeps happening automatically.
We would agree that if you're doing a 90-day hard program, that 90th day is your milestone for the next 90 days. So I'm going to invite somebody to be thinking about, instead of racing towards goals, race towards a milestone, because in my opinion, a milestone is not the end. And I think it's, again, using words, John, using reframing words, right? A milestone that's just what it is. It's part of the journey. To me, when I hear a goal, it's the end. You follow me? Right? So I want to stack wins. I want to stack milestones along the way. And in theory, if you're living a life of a loop, you're just stacking milestones every single constant. It's never ending. It's you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure. And goals are helpful for sure.
Yes,
because it gets you're thinking about what you want. You're moving the right direction. But a goal by itself, you have to have the systems to support the pursuit, or it's just a thought.
So cliche and so simple, yet so difficult for many of us to do consistently every single day. Systems and Goals with Keith Bellis and John Andersen on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Johnny's going to rock and roll. I know.
It's almost like if habit is a bad word, every day is a bad phrase.
Yeah.
This systems is going to join that party soon.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Melissa threw something on us before you rock and roll. The word goal comes from the Middle English word goal, meaning boundary or limit, which likely originated from the Old English gal or gale, referring to an obstacle or barrier. And this is supported by Old English words like galen, meaning to hinder or to impede. Food for thought. I love producer Melissa. She's the one with words, and I love that because we all know the power of words.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Speaking of the power of words, I know Rufio was working on Lumberjacks here, and I think our AI, one of our AI agents, not sure which one, maybe it was Gemini, maybe it was ChatGPT, created.
Let's see it.
Lumberjacks. And you might think, there he is. There's Lumberjacks. I think he's pretty lean though.
I can see how that would, if I'd gone that direction, that would be me.
Yeah. Oh, it's Hanksfield. Yeah. I think you're fucking handsome, dude. Listen, I know, Terry, if we got Lumberjacks, we got handsome Lumberjacks here. I think John's just fucking racking up the chicks of Lumberjacks walking around. Like, look at that. Like, you look like you're a Canadian dude, man. You got the red flannel on. Those jeans are fitted. Like, man, I might be counting more Johnnies in the shower if I see Lumberjacks.
You fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ.
Hey, what are you doing today, pal? You got nothing to worry about today because you worried about it all yesterday. What are you doing today?
Still have to solve the problem with the Jeep and the clutch, but that's it's not that big of a deal. We can still take it to the beach. We just start it in gear and down we go.
John Petrocelli has a comment for you, brother. Deep thoughts here by J.A. today. John Andersen, quote of the day, I think. What doesn't happen every day are usually what's holding you back. Isn't that true, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's fucking so obvious that nobody can see it. Think about that statement. It's so obvious because that's the problem, John. As human beings, when we're in it, we don't see it. You often hear athletes about that, right? Pursuing a championship and like, holy fuck, I won the championship, but or a celebrity entertainer, or maybe you, when you were on your journey in strongman, touring around, going at it, you sometimes don't spend the time reflecting on it because you're in it.
Yep.
It's the same way with this. You think you're going in the right direction, but if you're not doing it every single day, that's actually what's holding you back.
In many cases.
I love that. Great quote. Great quote. Is Ben still with you today or is Ben gone?
Yeah, no, he's here all the way through the weekend.
Oh, nice. Oh, fun.
Yeah. So we're going to record right after this, pickleball a little bit later. And then we have some fun stuff we're going to do because they're only here a couple more days. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, pal. Well, good conversation today. A lot of fun here today. As always, you enjoy your day. I can see your energy back here because you got your 48 hours and after your shitty night there 2 days ago. So it's funny, man.
Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be back because I'm close, but I'm good. I feel good. It feels so much better.
Yeah.
But I'm still not, and my vibration is not totally returned.
The power of energy, isn't it? The power of energy.
That's it.
True story. All right, brother. Lots of love from me to you. I always enjoy our time together. I'll see you in less. Hey, yesterday I was on the show doing my thing. Like, true story, you were gone. I was doing my thing, and all of a sudden, boom, power went out. Like, just instantly. I was just mid-sentence, and yeah, it was actually an interesting day, actually, because I had power outages through. I thought I was living in fucking Africa or Philippines or something because all my friends over there.
Time for some power walls, brother.
Maybe that's the case. All right, you always have a great one. I'll see you in less than 22. And
have a good live, my brother.
All right, pal. Have a good one. All right, guys, let's walk Johnny out of here. I'm going to reset here. And the big show, Morning to the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Good morning, everybody. You guys can join the show that's live right now or in the Mornings in the Lab community. To join it, phone lines are open, 431-300-3005. Phone, text, or leave a voicemail. Come say hi in the comments. We got Lady Drew down there. We got John Petrocelli down there, our bullshit master. We got Michael Global over here today hanging out. I love it. Michael, I saw your comment. There's one thing there you said, which I really enjoyed, which is, where the hell is it? I'm looking for this one comment that this one here. Practice could make perfect unless you practice incorrectly. And then he says, you could be incorrectly perfect. I love that. You could be incorrectly perfect. Brilliant work. Hey, Lola. I know my house is left when my dog comes down to see me. What's shaking there, puppy? All right, guys. Like I said, you guys can join the show that's live right now. You guys can see us in the comments, the vertical side or the horizontal side as well. Okay, Jimmy. I know that we have the 6-minute brain hack that I want to get into before we get to the community corner. So I'm just going to pull up my notes here as we get to that part of the conversation. And let's run it, Jimmy. I know we have a little clip here for the 6-minute brain hack. Unlock focus, memory, and smarter decisions.
What if the most powerful brain-enhancing tool you have isn't an app, but your own body? We're drowning in information, yet starving for wisdom. The constant pressure to perform leaves us feeling mentally exhausted and unfocused. A simple daily practice that has been shown to literally reverse age-related brain shrinkage. This is about working smarter by leveraging your biology to create a more resilient, powerful mind. Your peak mental performance is just one decision away. Make it now.
Get sharper focus, stronger memory, and smarter decisions in just 6 minutes. So here's the science-backed playbook that you could use starting today, and I invite you to consider as I go through it. Would you trade? Here's a question for you guys. Here's a question for you. Spartacus, I got a question for you, brother. Ears up, Spartacus. Would you trade 6 minutes, just 6, for clearer thinking the rest of the morning? Would you? I'm suspecting many of us would. So, 6 10 minutes works. Short MVPA bouts improve working memory and executive function. I'm looking for my notes here. All right. You don't need an hour to change your state. You can just do it within 6 minutes, actually. And to do that, I seem to have lost my notes here in front of me here, guys. Yeah, here we go. So why the 6-minute mark matters. Brief, consistent movement triggers neurochemistry, boosting working memory, decision speed, and mental clarity. Science is showing us that 6 minutes is enough to change your day and compound over time. You know, we talk about 1 minute on this show. We had a conversation a couple days ago about 2 minutes. Remove the barrier of entry, task overload, task fatigue. Oh, I don't want to do that. It's going to take too long. We'll start off with a minute. If you invite yourself to think about 5 + 1, 6 minutes, you might even notice yourself producing even better. Because exercise, as we know, elevates that brain-derived neurotropic factor, which will support that learning and memory. Right? And then even ultra brief aerobic effort, taking 2 minutes and getting after it out of your 6. So take your 6 and break it up into 3 sets of 2 minutes. Will sharpen that attention in your brain for up to 2 hours. So if you're sitting nonstop all day and being sedentary, not moving forward. So you might want to consider replacing a few active minutes or a few active sitting minutes with activity. And we got Mike Sullivan jumping in saying, mnemonic devices help with memory. Love that. Absolutely. So what's the takeaway, guys? I know you can find 6 minutes today. Get up, get after it, find 6 minutes, brisk walk, stair climb, stretch, shadow box. All it takes, guys, is 6. Prioritize that health, that variety. Pair it with something you're going to do now, pair it with something you're going to do next, and just go get up and get after it and watch those gains roll into action. So, Community Corner coming up next. As I said earlier, you do not need an hour to change your state. 6 minutes done daily can change your mind and your outcomes. So I invite you to do this. Move, nation, then execute.
Community Corner, your wins, your spotlight.
This is where we celebrate you or roast you with love.
Yes, Spartacus, patience, persistent patience and doing it without the end result works for me. True story, 100%. Always offering some good feedback from my boy, Spartacus. Guys, today's Community Corner. The stories we're talking about today are about control, clarity, and humility. We're going to hit emotional mastery, not how to lose your cool, why embracing boredom might just save your life, and a 50-year-old's hard-earned lesson that leaders don't always have to be the fixer. Nation, let's dig into it and get after it. And start over on YouTube while I try to manage some buttons over here. Haha. No, I'm here, just looking for my words. And there they are right there. Jamie Social. Yeah, Jamie Social. Who knew? He dropped a helpful video on anger over on YouTube about master the space between trigger and response. And he dropped a helpful video and was being bothered by what other people do and say. They say anger isn't about what other people are pushing your buttons. It's about what's unresolved in you. Think about that. The video that he puts out explains the 90-second rule, that chemical rush of anger that only lasts a minute and a half unless you keep replaying the story in your head. So what's the real skill? You know what it is? It's spotting the micro choice point where you ask, what response will I be proud of tomorrow? Are you going to react right now or are you going to respond later? Respond over react. Jamie gives practical tools, timeouts, trigger mapping, reframing difficult people as emotional trainers. When you think about it, you guys, emotional mastery, it's without a doubt a trainable skill built with reps over and over and over. Respond instead of react, respond instead of react, respond instead of react. Just like the gym. So I got a question for you. I got a question for all of you right now. Are you putting in the reps? Are you putting in the reps for your emotional mastery? Or are you letting the triggers own you? What are you doing? Don't react today. Invite yourself to respond. You know who's responding? Shane Copeland over on Substack. Stop sedating life's in-between moments. Shane Copeland argues that we become allergic to transitions. Those natural pauses like boredom, fatigue, loneliness. That's why I love my dogs. My dogs fill the color within my life. My dogs sit in those natural pauses. My dogs fill those moments of boredom. My dogs fill the time of fatigue. And my dogs never make me lonely. I love my dogs. The magic of the in-between moments. And yes, in Headingley, the deer that are fucking everywhere. Yeah, true story. But as Shane would state, instead of listening, we sedate with Netflix. We sedate with sugar. And we sedate with endless scrolling. Scroll, scroll, scroll. The power of the thumb. But those states that Shane talks about, they're just signals. Boredom nudges creativity. Loneliness pushes connection. Fatigue asks for rest. But if you ignore them and life goes flat, well, Shane's got an invitation. Reclaim the pause. Sit with the pause. Listen to the pause. And build that resilience by letting the discomfort guide you instead of numbing it. Interesting. So as you go through your quiet moments today, those in-between moments, in between meetings, in between the car and the building, those walks, ask yourself, are you sedated or are you present? Gonna move over to LinkedIn, guys. Yes, we are. At 50, leadership means knowing when to call the plumber. Yeah, because at 20 and 30, you're doing it yourself. At 40, I still can do it my fucking self. But at 50, you're like, nah, I'm calling the plumber. I'm pulling out the old Visa and calling the plumber. Because Tom Stark recently turned 50. Happy birthday, Tom Stark. Yep. And he told 3 stories about repairs gone wrong and a car, a toilet, and a shower. In each case, he figured out the problem, but he couldn't fix it without an expert. His point? Think about this. Leadership works the same way. Just because you can diagnose what's wrong doesn't mean you should be the one to do the repair. Guys, real leaders, they know their limits. You bring in the right experts, and they don't let pride get in the way. As Tom says, sometimes the smartest move is having a great plumber in your network. So I got a question for you guys. Do you find it easy? Do you find it easy or difficult to delegate tasks to other people? I'm curious. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you like delegating? Do you do it yourself? Maybe you need to figure out the task yourself before you can delegate it to somebody. So guys, from mastering emotions to reclaiming life's rhythm to leaning on someone's expertise, today's stories remind us that control. That's another word that people don't like. Control doesn't mean doing it all. It means choosing well. Nation, if you want your post featured in this conversation, if you want us to feature your post, I invite you. Follow us on Substack, LinkedIn, YouTube, and tag us in your next post.
What happens when you're the first to step through a brand new door? For one college athlete, it meant rewriting the rule book on what was possible.
She didn't just play the game. She turned her name into a business.
From being the first ever athlete to monetize NIL, to co-founding a platform connecting athletes and brands,
To becoming a trusted strategist for those chasing opportunity, her track record is undeniable.
Mornings in the Lab is excited to celebrate Chloe V. Mitchell, a pioneer turning sports into a launch pad for influence. Follow Chloe and see how she's shaping the future for athletes everywhere.
Preston, boys, that's quite the intro. I love that. Well done, Melissa. Well done, Sterling. Well done, Preston. An incredible opener to today's Creator Spotlight. We're signing it. We're shining it on Chloe V. Mitchell. Chloe, surprise, surprise. Most people just see athletes for what they do on the court. But today, we're going to shine a light on someone who saw the bigger picture. Chloe knew that her identity wasn't just tied to a jersey or a scorecard. She had the courage to say, my name, my story, my brand matters. And that shift just didn't change her life. It opened doors for thousands of others to follow. Nation, that, Chloe is what leadership looks like. So Chloe, because of that, because of what we like to do here on the show is celebrate people like yourself, I'd be honored, I'd be grateful to have you, Chloe Mitchell, on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, so we can celebrate you, so we can get to know you, so we can learn about you, and so that we can celebrate somebody in your network. And we can hand you the Creator Spotlight, Chloe, to shine it on somebody in your world for an upcoming episode of the Community Corner right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. So Nation, I invite you to go knock on Chloe's door on LinkedIn, congratulate her on all of her success, and tell Chloe we're celebrating her and we'd love to have her on the show. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And Chloe, if you want to get up even earlier, why don't you go hang out with Matt Roof? Yeah. Matty will be there at 7:30 Eastern Time, Kindness Rising. So Chloe, you can do a double hit. You can get up and hang out with Matty and slide on into the chair and hang out with us on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. All right, guys. Wow, that was a good segment. Michael Global coming in saying, Satan is like a heckler, an audience talking you off your game. Isn't that the truth? Global, I love highlighting other creators. I love it, dude. I love it. And we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep getting better at it. That intro was awesome today, put together by Sterling and Preston and Melissa and the whole gang. Guys, what was your hope? Spartacus, I pushed myself to change my brakes the other day. When I was younger doing it, it was a pleasure. Today, I think twice. Yes. Spartacus, do you still change your own oil, or do you get somebody else to do it? I have been a big fan of my whole life of trying to empower others to do stuff for me. I know what I'm good at. I know I'm good at pulling out the visa. And I know I'm good at working hard to pay the visa off. So here's my choices in life. You know, I'm not the handiest blue collar mechanical type guy. I can work my way around the digital world, but the mechanical analog world, not for me. So I had to learn really quick in life that in order for me to succeed in that world, I needed to use my visa. Yeah, true story. So I had to teach myself other things to make money so I can get the blue collar guy, the guy I have lots of love and respect for because I can't do what he does to help me out. Yep. And I'm with you, Spartacus. Oil. I leave that to the mechanics, the messy thing. I leave all the mechanical stuff to the mechanics. True story as well, because I just don't want to go there. All right, guys. Well, listen, we're going to wrap it up here. And I don't think the power is going to go out like it did yesterday. How about that? You guys are all just tuning in. All of a sudden, Keith's like, oh, just stop frozen. Thanks to Melissa for dropping a video and dropping some notes for you guys yesterday of what the hell happened. Oh, we were all okay. Just the power went out. And then they were working in the neighborhoods. Like, guys, what's going on? Oh, we got some work to do. We had a production meeting that got postponed about 40 minutes because I had to go out there and ask what the hell's going on. Like, we're doing some stuff. Like, all right. So that was the end of yesterday's show. Okay, well, just going to move myself around here, and we're going to keep this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get some buttons pressing here. I got to move some buttons around. It's a little more convenient for me. There we go. Well, guys, this is it for today's show. We started with the news. Instagram's 3 billion strong. Dude, 3 billion. What's the world now? 8 billion? What is it, 8 billion? Global, you seem to know all. You seem to have all the answers, Global. What is it, 8 billion people now? So Instagram's got 3 billion on Instagram. They got 3 billion on WhatsApp. They got 3 billion on Facebook. Jesus, Murphy. Barbie is also teaching kids about type 1 diabetes. Musk is launching yet another empire with macro hard. And baseball is letting robotics call the strikes. There you go, Michael. 8.1 billion. Yeah. And Meta has 3 billion of them on their platforms. And from those conversations this morning, guys, we got practical, showing you how to restart your iPhone even when the power button's shot. And we taught you that by turning the accessibilities settings on. An hour or two, we went into deep, breaking down the system of success piece by piece so you can stop guessing and start building. We leveled up with a 6-minute brain hack to sharper focus. We closed the gap between systems and goals in the morning focus. And guys, we're going to be right back here tomorrow with a stacked lineup, less than 22 hours. Here's the question we got to throw to Mornings in the Lab Nation. What do you do for those 22 hours before you come back here again the next day? If you're sleeping for 5, 6, 7, or 8, what are you doing for the rest of them? I know what Bernard's doing. He's getting after the bees. You guys want some honey? Go subscribe to Bernard's honey subscription. Yes. Spartacus, sadly, I can't watch this. I'd like to, since I start working at 6:30 a.m., but taking advantage when I can. Spartacus, dude, I appreciate you, man. So grateful. I say it all the time, and I'll say it again. I don't believe I can say this enough. You guys have choices where you can spend your time. But you actively choose to spend time with myself, John and Marty, Melissa, Jimmy, Rahima, and everybody on the show. And I got nothing but gratitude and appreciation for that. So thank you. Guys, we're going to flip the list tomorrow on the done list. The simple review habit most men skip. We're going to walk through the 13 of the absolute worst things So guys, 13 of the absolute worst things you can say during an argument and why avoiding them could save your relationships, whether it's work, whether it's your kids, your wife, your husband. 13. And then, hey, I'm going to share the most important lesson I learned, I'm sure Johnny will as well, from the number one guy in my circle and a perspective that changed how I move. And yes, we are going to throw something wild at you guys tomorrow. Ears up next, guys. You know how I like to keep things unpredictable. Well, tomorrow, I have found a new study. Hey, Petro, I don't know if this is bullshit or not, but I have found a study that says fish buttholes may actually be the reason we have fingers. Yes, I just said that, nation. I did. I actually said it out loud. So Petro, Spartacus, B-Drive, the reason we have fingers might be because of fish buttholes. Proud conversations we have here at Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John Petrocelli. I know Petro will be here tomorrow. 3 points from Petro. Maybe he has an opinion on fish buttholes. I don't know. Just thinking about it out loud. Spartacus, I appreciate you, man. So fellas, set your alarm for the fish butthole conversation tomorrow. And don't snooze on tomorrow's accountability, guys. We'll see you live in less than 22 hours. The fish butthole conversation is coming up next on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. I'm out of here.